And welcome everyone, Arhart here with part 1 of my new Taurox the Brass Bull Let's Play for Total War Warhammer 2. Big thanks to Creative Assembly for giving me early access to the Silence and the Fury DLC so that I could start this Let's Play early for you guys. I'll be releasing this campaign every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday going forward, so make sure you subscribe and ring that bell notification if you haven't done already so you don't miss any of the uploads of this series going forward. First episode will be an hour long and every 10 episodes after that will also be hour specials. If you fancy saving a total of 19% off the Silence and the Fury DLC, then feel free to check out the link to Games Planet in the description and pinned to the top of the comment section. Just remember to use the code FURY at the checkout to save that total of 19% off. Offer is valid until the 14th of July. So we're playing this on the Vortex campaign on very hard difficulty. Let's go through the race attributes and faction effects and then we'll jump on into the campaign. So as the Beastmen Warherds are race attributes, we have Herdstones and Bloodgrounds. Raise Herdstones in settlements to create Bloodgrounds to ravage, thus enhancing your Warherd in the name of the Dark Gods. Dread, winning battles and completing objectives earns Dread to spend on expanding unit and hero capacities, recruiting legendary lords or other upgrades. And finally, we have an aggressive unit roster with a variety of fast-moving beasts and monsters. So we're playing as the Slaughterhorn tribe with Taurox the Brass Bull. Faction effects, we have Rampage, maintaining momentum from successive battle victories earns Taurox rewards and bonuses. We have a Dread cost reduction of 25% for increasing the capacity of Minotaurs, Minotaurs with shields, and Minotaurs with great weapon units. Lord effects for Taurox. Taurox leaves the River of Blood effects in regions after winning battles and stacks up to 3 times. Weapon strength plus 10% for Minotaur units, Lord's army, and he has the Blood Beast ability. Additional starting units, we've got a unit of Minotaurs with shields, the new Gorgon unit, and Harpies. So without further ado, let's dive on in. Let the Brass Bull's bloody rampage begin.
The skies over Nagaroth are stained crimson, for the dark gods are pleased. Taurox, the doom bull of living brass, has brought glorious destruction in their name. But the blood beast craves more. The lords of ruin appear to their servant in a vision, promising far greater rewards for a far darker fate. Taurox must carve a bloody path to the heart of the dark, where stands the most malign of all Herdstones. There, in a ritual most foul, an age of eternal slaughter shall be unleashed upon this mortal world. For untold millennia, the Lizardmen have stood against the forces of chaos. Few have slain so many demons as Oxyotl, their most deadly assassin. A celestial sign warns of a fate darker than ever before. The first ones look once more to their peerless champion. From the shadows, Oxyotl heeds the call. He has witnessed firsthand the true nature, the true horror of chaos unbound. He must strike fast before all is lost. Let the hunt begin. The Brass Bull and the Silent Slayer race towards the heart of the dark. There, the fate of every living soul will be decided.
Cartridge Taurox. If ak Nazar Wisla. Give Kazaf Akashik as Nazar's Taurox. Das we schooliv Google fast we ragabu. If Gulan Kurifku. If the Wisla Gabu. Deep Grid Warmly. If Ka. Godwin Eagle Elves Lauren, mi Agu Sam Warmly. Niguba of Agdaeus Taurox. Ifia Yubib Sword. Udu Zarin Kagugwa Lustra. Wisweasel Wagunya. Dawak Kaisak. Ifra Wuna Kashfas Winoma. Taurox Sasuak. Sasu Chaos. Nagu Wagugu and Farakash. Taurox Karkazak, Sataneth.
How they play. The Slaughterhorn tribe. Rampage. As Taurox wins battles, he earns Rampage marks, which fill up his Rampage bar. Fighting more battles per turn keeps his momentum up and fills the Rampage bar more quickly, passing through thresholds offering choices of rewards from which one can be chosen. Rampage marks continually accumulate until the Rampage bar is filled and the final gifts are claimed, upon which a new Rampage begins, but if momentum ever reaches 0, the bar empties. Momentum is lost naturally every turn from defeats and retreating from battle. Taurox also leaves stackable River of Blood regional effects wherever he wins battles, which increase leadership for Chaos races and decrease it for all others, while also spreading Chaos corruption. Hordes. Beastmen can only form limited settlements, instead roaming the map as hordes. Continually fighting and raiding keeps their bestial rage high, maintaining the growth required to build horde buildings and raise new armies. Bloodgrounds. Bloodgrounds are created wherever the Beastmen raise herdstones in settlements they have conquered. Once created, a herdstone region and others adjacent to it become part of a bloodground. Settlements raised within bloodgrounds provide devastation, which is converted to marks of ruination by performing rituals of ruin. In turn, this enables the Beastmen to progress through the ruination levels to advance their campaign. Selecting any settlement will display the extent of the potential bloodgrounds if a herdstone is built there. The number displayed above each settlement represents the potential marks of ruination earned after raising them and performing a ritual of ruin. Dread. Using Dread, Beastmen can invoke the Dark Gods to grant them upgrades to improve their faction. Dread can be acquired from raising settlements, completing missions, and by winning battles, in which higher numbers of enemy casualties will earn more Dread. Access the rewards of Dread panel to purchase improvements such as increasing the capacity of specific units and heroes, upgrading new herdstones and hordes, and even to summon other legendary lords. Beast Paths. Beastmen may make use of beast paths to navigate across impassable terrain. Okay, chapter objective issued. The Heart of the Dark. At the start of your turn, have at least 60 marks of ruination. So our first mission will get Tribal Authority, which unlocks the next stage towards campaign victory, +2 Bestial Rage, all armies, and Horde building construction cost minus 10% for 10 turns. We get 250 Dread and 5,000 Favor. We've got another mission as well. Capture and occupy a settlement belonging to the following faction, Clarkarond, which are right there. We're at war with them. Venom Glade will probably dive straight on in there. We'll get 1,000 Favor and 100 Dread. So there are a lot of new mechanics for the Beastmen and obviously for Taurox. We'll take a look at them as we kind of go through the campaign, the gameplay today, and interact with each one. But we're just going to jump straight on in and go for the Venom Glade, set up our first herd zone. We've got a Bray Shaman here, which we've got to name it Tim. You guys let me know down in the comment section what this specific Tim should be called. We normally go for a Tim the Enchanter, but in the past we've had Tim the Goat Enchanter for Beastmen campaigns. What do you think this Tim should be for this campaign? But we'll just call him Tim for now. Pop him in with Taurox. So there we go. We've got Taurox. We've got Tim, our Bray Shaman with the wild lore of magic. We've got an Ungor herd, Ungor Spearman herd, ×2. An Ungor Raiders missile unit, a Gorgon, can't wait to see that in action. We've got some Minotaurs with shields and some Harpies. So, Taurox, smash. In we go to the Venom Glade. So you can also see the new Order Resolve display there. You don't get the balance of power anymore because obviously that used to be very inaccurate to what would happen with Order Resolve, so this is how they've changed it. If you hover over Order Resolve, if anything flashes up in red on our side, which there isn't anything, that would indicate that those units would be lost. We're going to fight this one though because I want to see Taurox in action plus that Gorgon, so in we go. Obviously, feel free to leave unit name suggestions as well, like all my campaigns. Once we get an army to a full 20 stack, I'll go through your unit name suggestions and add them in for the units. Try and keep them all on this episode, part 1, as we progress throughout the campaign. Then they're all in one place for me and easier for me to add them all in. Okay, well, there's going to be an absolute slaughter. Just set everyone up and then we'll take a look at at our units. Take a look at the new models. Set my infantry back here. Have the Ungor Raiders just out in front. Skirmish mode. Have the Gorgon up there. Along with Taurox. And of course Tim. Actually, we'll keep Tim behind because our spellcaster. I'll have our Minotaurs over on the left. Harpies, send you over on the right. And let's have a look here. There is Taurox. Can see his stats over on the left. He's got flaming attacks. Got several abilities as well. Passive augments. Got blood greed. Slaughter is cool. And then he's got blood beast, which is an explosion ability that we can pop. Siege attacker, so yeah, nothing's going to slow us down diving straight on in. Obviously, we've got the Gorgon as well, which is going to be siege attacker. Our Minotaurs, yeah, they are. So yeah, nothing's going to slow us down in our conquest. But yeah, just look at him. He is one badass brass ball. Let's take a look at this bad beast as well, the Gorgon. Very strong. Anti-large, armor piercing. You do not want to miss with that. Oh, those claws. Can't wait to see the animations in action there. Quick little look at Tim back here. Imagine... Actually, yeah, how many people watching right now have never seen the Beastmen in action because you didn't get them or you didn't play Warhammer 1? So, Slaughterhorn tribe, they all have kind of this red skin. Guess that's their... perhaps their allegiance to Blood God. Just bathe them in blood all times. But yeah, we've got Ungor Horde there. Or Ungor Herd, rather. And the Minotaurs. Right. Let's unleash them on these Dark Elves. I'm just going to throw them in, basically. Flank on around with the Harpies. Try and get some nice slow-mo as we charge on forward. In fact, actually, let's just have you guys together and go straight on in. What spell have we got? We've got Devolve, a nice hex spell. Good. Pop that on them when we get in. Okay, let's go slow-mo for this when they're a little bit closer. If I remember correctly, Minotaurs have a really cool like jump and roll attack at times. Oh yeah, here we go. Jump and roll. Nice. Well, here we go. Taurox and Gorgon. Tag team. Oh, slice and dice. Nice. Right. Play. Taurox gets stuck in. Let's pop his explosion. Try and get my Minotaurs out of there because they've actually gone into spears. Send the Harpies into the Dark Shards. Oh, it's good to be back playing Beastmen. I don't know how long it's been. I don't think I ever played them after my original Khazrak One-Eye campaign in Warhammer 1. I don't think I've ever returned to them. Absolute slaughter. It's a settlement battle as well, so it doesn't matter when they run. You don't have to bother chasing them. Here come the Harpies. Go, Gorgon, go. Hang a massive pell around your neck. That is terrifying. Imagine that running at you. I got slowed down by the Harpies a little bit, but go for a slice. There we go. Sweet. Job done. Wasn't expecting that to go any other way. Smashed them. They lost. We lost 17. And they'll be out of here. So we can raise our first Herdstone. And then we can start looking at all the Blood Grounds mechanics and features. Okay. So we get favor. That's our currency. Gained a rank with Taurox. Good. And yeah, we've got this option to raise a herdstone. So we'll lose a herdstone shard. We've only got one at the moment. That's fine. We get one every time we do a ritual of ruin. So this creates like a little kind of settlement for us, which we can progress on up through once we upgrade our dread. But it gives us the support slots here, and we can go for one of the 4 offerings. I'm going to go for shamanic challenges, which gives us more winds of magic, plus 20, all bloodground regions, provides line of sight over all regions in a bloodground, and provides garrison. The main reason I want to go for this one is because as you upgrade it from the 2nd tier up, you get more dread from battles, and yeah, that's going to be a big thing this campaign. We just want as much dread as possible because that plays into our rewards of dread, and we need a lot of dread for all the good stuff there. So let's pop that in there. We've completed that first mission, which was to capture and occupy a settlement belonging to Caron Car. And we've got another mission, which is Territory of the Beast. Generate the necessary devastation within a bloodground, then perform the Ritual of Ruin. So you can perform a Ritual of Ruin once you have 10 devastation within a bloodground. We currently have 4 because that's what this settlement was worth. And we can see the amount of devastation that each of the other settlements within the bloodground are also worth. Another mission, at the start of your turn, have at least 200 dread. That'll be pretty straightforward. And challenge completed. Challenges are essentially our research, but we'll come to that in a moment. But if we just zoom on out, everything in red is the current bloodground. So all of these regions will give us devastation that will add to the devastation total that we can generate at the Venom Glade, or within the bloodground that we set up at the Venom Glade with that herdstone. You only need to get 10 devastation to fire off a Ritual of Ruin. However, once you do that, you will earn no more devastation from that bloodground. So often it's worthwhile just going around and taking out as many of the settlements as possible and getting that devastation, because devastation, when you pop a Ritual of Ruin, converts directly to Marks of Ruination. So if we have 10 devastation, we'll get 10 Marks of Ruin. We're currently at Ruination level 1. Level 2 is at 25. So ideally, I'm going to go through these regions until we've got at the bare minimum at least 25. I'm going to try and get as much of it as I can, because then we can get closer to getting more Marks of Ruination to progress up the Ruination level. Because as we progress up the levels, we unlock more units that we can then recruit. Also from level 2, we get another army, because we can only currently have 1 at the moment. So increase our army capacity. There's also horde building construction cost reduction. So yeah, where possible, I think while it's potentially tempting to just fire off a ritual when you've got 10 devastation, it's better to just wait and keep on plowing on through, basically. Let's take a look at the horde building that we've got in Taurox's army, because obviously they are hordes, so they have horde buildings. The only thing we can actually build right now is heads on spikes, which gives us plus 20 dread per turn. At level 3, it goes up to plus 50, and we get Cacophonous Assault. When attacking, applies temporary penalties to enemy armies, leadership, and melee defense to start battle, which is just bonkers. And then upgrades again to 100 dread per turn, and the effects last longer, and also remove enemy charge defense attributes for the duration. So yeah, that goes straight in there. We can't upgrade that herdstone until we upgrade it through the rewards of dread, which we'll take a look at in a minute. But let's just go through, apply these points, take a look at the skills trees for Taurox and everybody else. We're going to go for Gargantuan Hooves. Always go for that Root Marcher, that extra movement range to start with. And then we'll go through his yellow line. We're just going to make him an absolute unit, an absolute beast in battle. That top line we unlock at rank 12, and we'll be going through that as well. It just makes him even more of an absolute beast. Increases the unit capacity for Gorgons, buffs them as well. There's Gore Feast there. Feel free to pause if you want to have a better read. And if there are any kind of mechanics features you want me to dive a little bit deeper into in future episodes of this series as we play through, just let me know in the comment section. More than happy to do that. So we can go for extra defense there. I'm pretty sure Bullish Metal cancels out Orgy of Slaughter, so you can only choose one of them. I'm probably going to go for Orgy of Slaughter. It probably it's probably more sensible to go for bullish metal for the extra defense and ward save there. But maximum attack for Taurox, plus the upgrade Blood Cooler gives +5 melee attack for Minotaur units. So Taurox himself is very much focused on Minotaurs, so we won't go full Minotaur army with him, but we'll be theming this army around Minotaurs. So he's Slaughterhorn trait there, plus 10% for Minotaur units. Lord's army gives him that Blood Beast ability that we saw in battle. His River of Blood effects in regions after winning battles stacks. So again, that leadership penalty, or boon for Chaos races and penalty for other races. And also, importantly, at the top there, Raiding Stance is upgraded to Juggernaut Raiding Stance, which increases campaign map movement range, but reduces raiding income. So it's essentially your Force March for Taurox, because I don't believe the Beastmen have Force March. As a stance, we have Beastmen Ambush as our default one, like the Skaven, basically, just to have a chance of ambushing when we attack. We've got the Beast Paths, we've got Hidden Encampment, and we also have, Juggernaut Start. So you don't have Forced March, but it gives you, plus 50% campaign map movement range. Very nice. Right, over to Tim, our Bray Shaman, and we will go for another point into Devolve. What have you got? You got Disciplined. Melee attack. Oh, that's actually pretty decent. I'll have that. Right, let's go through the bar at the top here. We've gone through the marks of ruination that we get when we convert devastation through rituals of ruin. We need 10 for that. We've got his rampage panel up here. Now, rampage is built off momentum. Every time we go into battle, it starts filling up his bar. We can't actually see the amount of rampage we have, I don't believe, but the first rampage option, the first streak, is harsh rampage at 50 rampage marks, and then we get to choose one of these buffs, which lasts for 5 turns, and it keeps on going. So we then go on to building up rampage towards a savage rampage and then a cataclysmic rampage, and then once that finishes, then it resets basically. But yeah, they get better and better as you go on up. Can get very, very silly, very powerful. Plus, once you get to the first harsh rampage streak, you can replenish Taurox's campaign map movement range. So if he's fully moved his turn, you can spend momentum once he's hit that first rampage streak to refresh his movement bar. So it's this little button bottom left here, and yeah, he gets absolutely just silly with the movement you can do, the momentum, and just stuff you can do within turns. It gets very crazy. We're just going to recruit a couple of units here. We're going to go for the Ungor Horde and Ungor Spearman Herd, rather. And these guys, kind of the recruitment now for the Beastmen is very similar to the Tomb Kings. It doesn't cost you anything to recruit them. It doesn't cost any upkeep. And you have unit caps on units to allow you, that you have to increase to allow you to recruit more of them as you progress through the campaign. So just thinking, we've got the Ungor Herd there and the spears. I want some archers. Let's get 3 of them and go for... Actually, let's go for 5 of them right now. Gets 16 in his army. Right, let's go to research available. That's our challenges of the Dark Gods. So we've unlocked Plight of the No Horns. So we'll go through that. And if we hover over some of the other branches of our challenges, our research, you can see what's required to unlock them. So for Unnatural Order, we need to win 5 ambush battles. Empire of Beasts, we need to win 5 siege battles. Days of Wrath, we need to perform 2 rituals of ruination. And there's also ones down here which are a bit more specific. You need 4 heroes in an army, 3 characters to reach rank 15, perform 5 successful hostile agent actions, and so on and so forth. And that gets a lot more there. Like going for that one, actually, win 4 battles in a single turn. So once we get the rampage going, we'll try and push for that, because getting extra campaign map movement range is always good. I haven't had a chance to fully look through all of these, so if you guys have a chance to, either through watching other creators or by the time the DLC comes out, if you've noticed there's some good challenges, some good tech to go for, feel free to let me know. So that's Challenges of the Dark Gods. Let's go to Rewards of Dread, because that's where the rest of the kind of main features for Beastmen are. So unit caps, you can spend Dread, which we get from battles and killing high numbers of our enemies, getting lots of casualties. You can see all the things that Like, give it to you. Rampage, enemy units killed, buildings constructed can also do it. Raise settlements, missions, and events. But yeah, so we can spend it on increasing the unit caps for various units as we go on through, and also it unlocks them as we go through. Like, we can't increase the unit cap for these guys because we need more Marks of Ruination to unlock those guys at Ruination level 2. We're currently only at 1. They're fairly well spaced out. And then, yeah, your last units that are locked behind Ruination levels are Ruination level 5. So we need 150 marks for that. And then afterwards, it's more army capacity, Hearthstone shards gained, so you can drop down more blood grounds, and construction cost reduction as well. There's more rewards of dread being unlocked at higher levels. And then the final Ruination level, which is our ultimate objective for this campaign, get to Ruination level 8. That unlocks the final battle for the campaign, and it also makes us immune to attrition, all armies, which is... Oh, Beastmen are bonkers now. So yeah, actually, I am kind of tempted to spend some dread straight away unlocking these guys, but I'll go through so I can recruit a few more, actually, rather than all those archers, maybe. Might come back to that, but yeah, let's take Lords and Heroes. So because I've got the Call of the Beastmen DLC for Warhammer 1, I also have access to Khazrak, Malagor, and Morka Shadow Gave as well. So I can actually recruit them into a Vortex campaign because they don't have start positions on this one. Obviously, if you're playing Mortal Empires, they'll all be out roaming around the campaign map as their own factions. You can basically, you can't confederate with Beastmen anymore, but you can pull in these other legendary lords to your own faction during your own campaign in Mortal Empires by just recruiting them by spending 1,200 dread, or in the Vortex campaign you can just unlock them to be generals in leading your armies. Also, you can unlock or rather increase the capacity for Wargors, Gorballs, and Bray Shaman here. On upgrades, you've got upgrades to your Hearthstones, which I briefly mentioned before, so you can't start upgrading your Hearthstone until you've purchased them here, but then it's free to actually upgrade them. It just takes a turn to upgrade existing Hearthstones, and all new ones will be instantly built at the level that you've upgraded it to, so you'll probably want to do that quickly, because that also leads to other things being unlocked. And then you've got other upgrades that you can get, so you can purchase this one here, which will give new Horde armies. They're raised with Horde encampment buildings at level 2, and then level 2 but with other buildings for the upgrades on that line. Army capacity +1, but you can only do that once you've reached Ruination level 8. Probably won't need that one for this campaign. I think that would probably be more practical for Mortal Empires, though. This one, Lords and Heroes are recruited at rank 5, then at rank 10 and rank 15, so if you want them to start higher levels. And then items. Now, these are really nice as well. In particular, Champion's Essence, which costs 10,000 favor, but it gives you a 10% ward save, a +20 to your melee attack, and a passive ability, Drunken Bravado, which restores 4 hit points per second, gives +4 leadership and perfect vigor. So that is a very nasty combo. I mean, if you combine that with Fellax of Drakwold, if you've got a character that doesn't have particularly high melee attack, you can instant +30 there, and some nice weapon strength. Blind Eye of Seeing, add that to your mages, your spellcasters, that's a good one. But there's lots of really good armors and everything else. Banner of Gorok, that's -30 armor to Minotaurs, but gives them +40 melee attack and +50% weapon strength. So I might try that out at some point as well, especially if we can buff our Minotaurs armor up temporarily to not have to worry about that, but it'll make them very, very powerful. And yeah, that is pretty much it. This one's also pretty good. The extra campaign map movement range. It's a banner you can add, I believe, to your lord. So I'm going to go for increasing the Ungor Spearman, actually, right at the start. The first one is free. Well, not free. The first one is 100 dread, and it doesn't increase the cost of increasing it again. But once we do it once more, I think it goes up from costing 100 dread to 200 dread. I don't know if that's the same across all of them. Like, the first one stays the same amount, and then it starts increasing afterwards. I also don't know how much of this is final, because obviously, as you can see bottom right, it says in development, still on an early access build. So some things are subject to change. Let's just come in here and actually let's just get 2 archers for the moment and get another 2 of those guys, the Ungor Herd. A few more of them ready for the attack. Their charge bonus is a little bit higher. Right, so we're just at war with Charon Carr. We've got lots of options on where we want to expand. Obviously, that flyover at the start suggested going after the Dark Elves, going after Malekith up here, so probably look to go after him. There's the Sisters of Twilight over here as well. And then, yeah, all of those within our blood ground. Pretty much all just Charon Carr. Clar Carond. So we'll go after them first. And, yeah, I imagine Skaven are over there. That'll be Tretch. That is all we can do. Objectives. Vortex Victory is 500 marks of Ruination, which is, yeah, Ruination level 8. And destroy, yeah, the Lizard Men added in. Oxotl, I think that's his name. Something like that. And then we've got to win the final battle, the Heart of the Dark. Right, end the turn. See what happens. We'll probably look to take out those 2 regions below me first and then push north. Oh, there we go. We've got vision now over all these regions because of that shamanic challenges. That's another reason I want to go for it. You can instantly see what's going on within your blood ground. Mission successful. Oh, because I didn't even know we had that mission going. Oh, it got issued and succeeded in the same turn. Mission issued. Complete a challenge of the Dark Gods. Okie dokie. Well, we've got one more turn till that fires. So Clar Carond over here. You've got an army of 8 plus a garrison. Yeah, I don't think I'll go for that just yet. Now, I can't quite reach Vol's Anvil where they're building up another army, or Hag's Hall. I can't reach it in my current stance, but if I just quickly hop on out and then switch Taurox to Juggernaut raiding, that'll increase his movement range so we can then reach it and go on in for a smashing. So in we go. Close victory, low casualties. We'll fight this one as well, I think. I haven't gone over Bestial Rage, but yeah, that's over here, bottom left. All it basically does is add charge bonus and growth, I believe, but we'll double check that. Actually, no, we can check it right now. We can encircle. So we can see it here. Bestial Rage, we're at the amassing level. And that gives us +3 horde growth. I'm pretty sure it's at the Raucous Host. Oh, it's replenishment, maybe not charge bonus. I think it's maybe at the cost of charge bonus a little bit, actually. But we'll see once we get up, because we're at 65 right now. We need to get up to 80. We might even do that after we go in for this battle. So, Taurox. Let's do this. Try and get some more slow-mos. Unleash the Horde. So they've got a little army there and the garrison supporting. Will be no match. The mighty brass ball. Start deployment, 17 winds of magic. That's great. Have the harpies around there to flank. Minotaurs will have you guys trying to flank as well. Rather than going in front line, we'll pull you round once we've locked them in against our front line of infantry, actually. So we've got enough of them there. Now, is that destructible, that? Or is that going to... I think the little tents are, but that bit isn't. I was just hoping we could lock them between 2 points. Oh, yeah, you guys don't have Vanguard. Damn. Okay. Okay, slam my boys in. Go, 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 go. Focus on those dark shards. Pop this devolve, which is now area effect. It lowers charge speed, melee attack, and speed. Bring the Minotaurs round. That get the Gorgon hitting that Lord. Taurox, dive in. Oh, nice roll. I love that as well, that it clears the line as well. Missile troops go on that one. Harpies try and go into the Corsairs. Gorgon should annihilate the Lord. And the Minotaurs, that jump and roll. I love it. Okay, Dark Elf Murderous Prowess has fired. Won't be enough to save them. You guys gone too far forward. Pull up. Push over that way. Spears go over that way. Just leave the Gorgon messing up their faces. Go on, smack them. But yeah, they're all gone. Rest of you go along, move along the line. Archers are firing to bring the Lord down. Organ, Taurox, Minotaurs. Oh, slice and dice. Can't wait to see the Jabba Slice in action, because that thing's meant to be disgusting. I guess actually I should probably keep fighting these, shouldn't I, to get more casualties. Guess they count after the end battles come up. So yeah, more casualties equals more dread. That went well. Minotaur's got 132. Taurox 93. Oh no, 118 once we take in killed or wounded. Is that it? Or is that... No, that's them running them down at the end, isn't it? Adding a few more in. We got Potion of Speed. Oh, that's going to be good for him. Yeah, so we can't raise a Herdstone because we don't have one. We only get it when we do the Ritual of Ruin. We're not going to be doing that just yet. So, raise and advance gives us plus 10% casualty replenishment. A little bit of favor, but allows for moderate amount of additional movement. Whereas loot and raise gives us more bestial rage and allows for only a small amount of movement, no replenishment. We should be fine taking that other settlement. I'm going to loot and raise for the moment just to get that bestial rage up, because that is then next turn it'll kick us over to the raucous host. We can take a look at the modifiers for that. So by raising that one, it was worth 4. It's given us 4 more devastation, so we've got 8 total at our Herdstone over there. That's where it all pulls on up. So only 2 more until we can fire the ritual, but we're not going to just yet. I imagine we won't end up doing it this episode. It'll probably be next episode once we've gone through. I mean, that one over there I think is probably going to get taken out by the warherd there, so we won't need to worry about that one, but we'll go after all of these. Obviously, once you've fired a Ritual of Ruin as well, it means that all the raised settlements cannot be colonized by other factions until the Herdstone is removed. So it means, I assume, that the AI will gravitate towards going after the Herdstone. Thankfully, you get a reasonable garrison. It's obviously just replenishing up that garrison right now, but in a few turns that will be pretty solid. It's not walled though. But yeah, they'd have to remove that Herdstone before they could settle. So it's really going to screw with Skaven, which is great. Anything that messes them up. We'll go through Primeval Rage, +5 to his melee attack. Everything else we can give you. Got that Potion of Speed straight on in there. Lovely stuff. Yeah, we could go Juggernaut Raiding, but we can't get close enough there. So we'll just go Hidden Encampment for the moment for extra replenishment. And recruit some more units. I could merge them up, but I won't just yet. We'll do that in the next couple of turns. So that's all fine. Got everything else. We've got 251 dread. I don't think there's anything else I want to spend on. We can actually get Razor Gore. Yeah, we can. What do we need for that, though? Actually recruit it. get it with that. I think it's the next tier up that allows us to recruit it. Unlocks recruitment of Goreherd. No, it doesn't allow us to get any, actually. Let's get Tuskor Chariot, so we'll need it from our own Horde building line. So for that, we'd need the Den. For that, we need to upgrade the mainline building from the Pyre Clearing to the Hagtree Corpse. How much growth? How long do we get growth? 4 turns. Okay, well, that should increase, though, because the Raucous Host Bestial Rage will give us more growth next turn. End it. Actually, I could have got that banner, couldn't I? Got that banner for extra movement. The sooner we get that going, the better. Mission successful. 1,000 favor and 100 more dread. Thank you. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Oh, he's still going. He's still going. But when Taurox speaks, his voice lines, there's actually like a metallic kind of twang, if that makes sense. Like, I can just hear it just underneath his voice lines because he's the brass bull. I love that little bit of detail there. Lovely stuff. So faction elimination, we've been given our fairly standard with most campaigns in Total Warhammer 2. Early stages, you'll be given one to destroy another faction, often the one you start at war with, which for us is Clar Carond. 20 turns to do it. That's fine. Very much doable. Plight of the No Horns, +3 melee attack for Ungor Herd and Ungor Spearman Herd units. +4 leadership as well. You're going to go straight on into Hag Hall. Should be able to auto-resolve this one. Okay, so here we go. This new auto-resolve system. You can see that the unit of Ungor Spearman Herd there, when we hover over auto-resolve, is flashing red. That means we'll lose that unit by auto-resolving, which, to be honest, I'm not fussed by. That's fine, so we'll just auto-resolve this one. We'll lose it. But it gives you a heads up of what you're going to lose, which is very useful. A lot more helpful in deciding whether or not, you know, you want to fight a battle, because often, well, I definitely get screwed over by the auto-resolve previously, losing some of my monstrous units that are lower on health, but I thought might just survive. Raise and advance. I think I want to push up north. Kind of tempted by getting the extra amount so I can get that item soon. We don't need more Bestial Rage though, really. Raise and advance for now. Ratio and Familiar, +8. That's lovely. So this is now got a orangey, fiery glow over it saying perform ritual. We click on it, it says, do you want to do it? No. Because if we do it right now, all we'll ever get from this blood ground is 12 devastation. So that will turn into 12 marks of ruination, when there are still all these regions with devastation available to us. So maybe we can even go for Ice Rock Gorge, actually, if they don't go for it. But I think they probably will, so we'll ignore that for now. Focus on Clar Carond. So yeah, definitely worth going after all of these. Plus, these raised regions, if a faction moves in and occupies them and rebuilds them, they'll go back up to like 4 or... yeah, these guys will go up to like 4 devastation again, so if they get rebuilt. Because they only can't be colonized once we fire that ritual. But until we do that, the ruins are fair game for factions to colonize again. So you can, if you kind of time it carefully and plan it carefully, you can kind of just constantly circle on around a lot of regions, especially if there's a lot of Skaven, I imagine, that are going to be keen to reoccupy ruins. You can kind of just build up quite a lot of devastation that way, kind of farm it up. Go for Hatred of Man, gives us more melee attack, just more hits, please. And we are going to go for... God, it's been ages since the Law of the Wild. I last played with that. Vile Tide. We'll go for that one, please. You can get a Tuskor Chariot as well. Actually, what level is that? 12. Not bad. Okay. Right. So I could go for raiding. So this is a bug I've noticed a few times. That's just killed off all of our movement switching over to raiding. I think it's over a certain threshold, it doesn't like it. I wonder if it's because maybe it's not a bug and maybe it's you need a certain amount to do it. But yeah, it just kills our movement. Make sure Sierra are aware of that. That may not be an issue once you guys get your own... Get access on the 14th when the DLC comes out. So we'll just go into Hidden in Camp, because that gives us more replenishment. And we will go for... When did we get our first regiment of renown? 10. Okay. It was that one we lost. Let's... I want a Chaos Warhound maybe for quick flanking. For harassment. Yeah, let's chuck that in. I won't disband anyone. So we'll move on up here.
Foolish request.
And try and go for, I guess, Circle of Destruction, see if we can draw them out. Catch them in our... Yeah, we can probably draw them to the Venom Glade, because I think they'll go for that. They won't see us in our hidden encampment, which would be nice. Can't build anything yet. Yeah, our growth now up at this level. So oh no, we do get a charge bonus. Okay, so it's Bestial Rage takes a penalty, -2 from Animosity. We get +8 charge bonus, I'm assuming for the whole army, +8% casualty replenishment, and +8 horde growth. So yeah, that gets noise. We need to do a new Challenge of the Dark Gods. So we've got 4, 5, 6, 7 turns, so increasing amounts. Worldbane, that is weapon strength when fighting against dwarves, high elves, wood elves, dark elves, and men. I mean, we're currently going up against dark elves, but I wonder, are they going to survive that long? Let's go for it first, then we'll probably go for Raining Blood. My archers. I think if I'm not mistaken, Ungor Raiders, they are only missile units that we ever get. Can't see it, so we get them all from the basic building line, don't we? Yeah, there aren't any other... Oh, we get the Cygors, an artillery piece, basically. That's fine. I mean, it's all about the charge, all about the smashing, basically. Which is fine. Don't know really how reliant we need to be on archers. Probably not a huge amount. I mean, their stats are... yeah, not crazy, but at this stage, having them focus far on enemy crossbows and things like that works pretty well. Let's go to Rewards of Dread. Do I want to increase anything? Do I want to get... I can't recruit the Razor Gores at the moment, so there's no point increasing that. Harpies, Feral Manticore don't really... I could go for more Ungor, but I'd rather just wait, actually, until we do that first ritual. We can go for more Gore Herd, perhaps. Though we'll eventually need that, I guess, when we have more armies. Can't do it. We could do that while upgrading the Hearthstones, but there's no point, again, until we're ready to pop another one. I would say. I'd love to go for that, but I can't. I'm wondering maybe go for the Battle-Scarred Ungor Raider. Get that banner on early. That could be quite nice. Let's get that one. Because every little helps. Pop that on for next turn. Oh, one other thing I haven't spoken about, another mechanic for the Beastmen, is the Dark Moon. So it says 4 turns till the full moon. When that occurs, you have a series of event choices from either fully replenishing your army, giving attack buffs and bonuses, having dread cost reductions, and the other one I forget, probably something to do with maybe favor gain or something like that. Currently, though, the Dark Moon gives us +2% casualty replenishment, +5% income for post-battle loot, and yeah, 4 more turns till the full moon. Our Rampage, we're about halfway through. Can't do anything else there. Our momentum is at 7. As long as we keep fighting battles, we'll be fine. Oh, please say I can go for that. Oh, and they've raised that one. Okay, yes, we don't need to worry about that. Ooh, that gave us more devastation. I didn't think about that. Is it just because they were beastmen, or is it just any region? I'm assuming perhaps it's any region that gets raised within a Bloodgrounds region still counts our devastation. So they've actually helped us out there. Great stuff. Water clear between the Grinderkin, Warherd, and Bleakholds. That's these guys down here, which I could possibly go after, but we're busy going up this way now. We're about just yet, but Clark Caron, please say I can hit you. Not my current stance, but if I switch to Juggernaut raiding and it doesn't bug out my movement, lovely. Yes, I can go in and hit, and you guys are going to be tired. Although, what happens to my vigor in this stance? I'm tired as well. We should be able to smash. We should be able to smash. You're not at full. You're 16, so yeah, we're fine. We'll be fine. In we go. Don't think we're close enough to pull in. No, our garrison. It is going to be a Pyrrhic victory. Casualties are medium, so yeah, we will fight this one. Okay. What do we get? Do we get anything helping us out? No, it's just the movement. Okay. Here we go. Let's break some Dark Elves. Actually, yeah, because they're in force march. If we beat them here, we can go... They'll be wiped out. So maybe if our army isn't completely battered from this, we might be able to push on Clark-Arond and just wipe out their capital. On with walls. Okay, that's perhaps a bit different. That's fine. Start deployment 13's good. Forest. Want to draw them out from that, really. I'm thinking maybe I'll hide back in the trees. They might try and force me to go to them. Use the harpies to disrupt. I can't hide. Ooh, I wonder, can I be super sneaky? You can't hide in forest at all, I'm pretty sure, because you're a big old monster. So yeah, don't worry about you. Minotaurs, though. Can we set you guys up here for a sneaky little charge? Maybe. It's a bit far away from where I'm putting my main force, though. Let's just have the Minotaurs up here, then, instead. Hiding in the trees, though. Yeah, let's have the doggos up here. You guys can all push forward, but I think I'm just gonna... We definitely have multiple lines as well. Spear line goes there. That's a spear. Whoops. And have you guys as like a flanking line. Let's use my harpies to find them, see if we can nudge them out a bit. We might have to advance to them after all this. But we shall see. I mean, they should be able to see my Gorgon. Use that. Vile Tide. We could try and push to the trees, but I'd rather try and catch them out a bit. Send my war doggos behind. Yeah, the AI has gotten better over the Total War games about not just rushing on out. Not quite like Napoleon, where, or even thinking back to like Medieval 2, where if you do 3-4% damage to them, that'll draw them out. Send Taurox out, see if we can lure them out, because they must be along here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Try and harass them a little bit. Send in the hounds. It's dark in this forest. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move out to them. Try and get Chaos Warhounds away. They might break on me. Yeah, I need to get close enough with my shaman to drop some Vile Tide on them. Okay, they're hidden again. As are... as are the Dark Elves. What I'm going to do is get the Minotaurs in up here, because I don't think there's anyone there. We'll just have to charge into the trees.
Path! Sweeter chaos!
What's that there? There we go. Draw their shots with the Harpies, then charge back in with Chaos Warhounds. We can pick off one of the Dark Shards. That's good. Oh no, we've lost them. Push, 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 push. Go. Oh, no, they got the swords covering too well. Back in the trees. What's the range on this? Oh, we got to be real close. More troops been discovered. Go, go, go. Okay, let's get stuck in. Fire that up there. Get my other archers in and firing if we can on the Corsairs. Yeah, stuck in. It is messy in the forest here. We've got the murder's prowess. Run, Timmy, run. Go, go, go. Oh, you guys coming out over here. Getting messy in the trees. Push on. Ignore those spears for the moment. Get Minotaurs up and away. Don't want to lose those Minotaurs. Throw you guys back on in. We'll get the Minotaurs around again. Once their Lord goes, I think we'll be okay. We can fire off. Keep firing it. Okay, they're broken up here. Taurox, in you come.
Chaos.
Minotaurs go. Gorgon. Come on. Finish it. Take out the Lord.
Now go back. Quipsic. Ack. Bah.
Run, Tibby, run. Yeah, they've gone. On to the next one. That one's gone. On to these guys. They're starting to go. Yeah, that's fine. That's good. We're fighting them in the forest where we can barely see what's going on. With the weaker units compared to theirs. Yeah, they're all going. They're all going. There's the break. They're in force march. So that is bye-bye time. Oh, Taurox got 186. Minotaur's 168. Gorgon got 115. Nice. The army survives. Definitely going to take replenishment after this. Thanks for the loot. Oh, wait, it's not a settlement, is it? Yeah. 2% though isn't much. Really. Do I want to take the hit bestial rage? Yeah, I'll take the 2% actually. Nice. Oh, unstoppable force. What's that? Full horns, roaring, snorting engine of destruction roars on with death and despair in its wake. Attained 8 momentum. Oh, it's because I reached 8. And I get +1 base momentum when starting new rampages. So that won't kick in at the moment. That's pretty cool though. We've got a potion of healing. I'm going to give that to you. Leave the speed one on Taurox. Yeah, I think as much as I want to push on, I mean, I can't replenish it anyway. I could actually just go sit in Venom Glade. I'm sure I could hit Clark Caron next turn. Let's go in there, and I'm thinking we merge up some of these guys. Well, that's the recruit Ogre Mercenaries. So Ogre Mercenaries are now a thing. We have to wait until a camp shows up on the map. And as far as I can see, we would have had a heads up on that appearing. Wander our army over and then we can recruit. I assume that panel's just there permanently until they appear. Right. So it's Bullish Metal or Orgy of Slaughter. I feel like going for Orgy of Slaughter over Bullish Metal. I feel like probably Bullish Metal perhaps a bit more sensible because his defense is a little bit low, but we've got that one. Primeval Instincts. I just want to make him an absolute beast. I mean, we've got Hatred of Mass. Let's go through this anyway. You guys feel free to weigh in the comment section. Bullish Metal or Orgy of Slaughter for a future point spend. And Tim, we will go through increased armor piercing, actually, if we upgrade that. Yes, let's do that. Need to make sure you don't die before we actually give you a title. Dang it. It's got 22 devastation. Lovely. Oh, we can recruit quite a bit here. Oh, yes. Okay, in that case, let's merge you boys. Get 2 more in. Merge you chaps. Get all of you guys back in. We're back up to 20. We've still got space for more. So if we merge you guys. Pop another one in, then we're at 20. Still got more recruitment though, but I think that'll do. Then we can go smack Clarkarond. Don't need to worry, we don't trade. No. Don't need to worry. We don't really need money. Because yeah, they don't cost us anything. Don't want upgrading that. Oh yeah, how long until that can be upgraded? Next turn we can do that, so we need to save our favour for that one. Let's end the turn. Ah, dark choice. Ruinous powers take grim pleasure in your endeavours. In their dark mirth, they grant a boon. Which of their gifts will you choose? We've already got a Bray Shaman, so let's go for a Gore Ball. Called Nurg. We'll need a new name for him. And quest successful. Rune Tortured Axis. Oh, we've unlocked his Axis. I didn't even take a look at his quest things. Let's do that in a minute. The next, so obviously we reached the level that he needs to be for the quest to unlock. We've already got an agent in there, our Bray Shaman Tim. So that's completed that one. So the next one is kill 2,000 enemies in battle. Oh, that might be a stretch. That might be a stretch for this campaign. You know, we're not much of a killer, are we? Mission issued. Lairs of the Torrid. Hag Tree Corpse. Okay. Oh, that's the upgrade. I know where that is. Oh, and carry out successful hero action. That is that to upgrade, but we can go smack that. Can the Gore Ball come with? The Gore Ball can. In which case, I'm thinking we'll probably get rid of the Chaos Warhounds and then pop him in. Because actually, I know there might not be a need for having a Gore Ball in there while we've got Taurox. But Horns of War is win a battle with at least 4 heroes in your army. That gives possibility Guardian for Lords and Embedded Heroes. Might as well work towards that. We don't need one more hero, to be honest, to get that going. So, I think that's where we'll wrap things up for today. We will pop Nurg. Our Gore Ball will probably give him a new name next episode, and we can actually name all of these guys if there are enough suggestions to do that. If not, we'll do it probably episode 3 or 4. But yeah, we'll pop him in the army. We'll get rid of the Warhounds, I reckon, and then we'll strike Clarkarond to get the 4 Bloodground region there. Or we could go over to Circle of Destruction. But I'm thinking actually Clarkarond, Daldrich's Lair, then come around Circle of Destruction, and then hit Skaven at Vortex column once we've wiped out Clarkarond. Just try and minimize the number of enemies we have. There's Tretch. I don't think there'll be a problem for us, and then we can finally perform this ritual. Yeah, if we want to go up to Ruination 2, we need at least one more region. Devastation, but we'll get as many as we can, I think. How many turns till this and Full Moon? 2. Good. Yeah. Any other quest items before we wrap things up? No, he's just got his Rune Tortured Axes. Okay, that's nice and easy. Just the single one to think about. Good. So yes, I hope you've enjoyed this first episode. Links and everything else I've mentioned in the video, in the description, comment section, and all that. Hope you've enjoyed. Until the next one, don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Take pride in the Legion. Check out my affiliates and sponsors, Games Planet and Overclockers UK. Till the next one, ciao for now.